Hello and welcome to Miami Dolphins football here on the Samurai Radio Sports Network. Today we have the Miami Dolphins against the New York Jets, another away game. As you guys know, the Miami Dolphins lost last week to the Los Angeles Chargers in Los Angeles, 31-30. They are in East Rutherford, New Jersey to take on the Jets. White tops, blue bottoms for the Dolphins, and green tops and white bottoms for the Jets. As you see the Jets offense and defense coming out. One notably is Sheldon Richardson along with Leonard Williams. And MetLife Stadium, a beautiful stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey, as Todd Bowles' 0-2 Jets will be looking for a win. Quarterback for the Jets is Josh McCown, and the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins is Ryan Tannehill. As you guys may remember, Ryan Tannehill did not connect with one Julius Thomas last week on a game-winning two-point conversion try that basically cost the Dolphins the game. So today, they're going to look to not try to get anything along those lines. And week number 3 is underway here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Kenyon Drake back to return. He's going to get that ball around the 3-yard line. Going to take it out and return it to about the 26. And that is where they'll mark it. 4 seconds taken off the clock. And now, here comes on Ryan Tannehill. 5 touchdowns, only 1 interception, 60.8 completion percentage, and 815 yards so far for Ryan Tannehill this year. A great way to come off of his Achilles tear. And when you look at this Dolphins roster, they got Laramie Tunsil and Jack Conklin, those 2 staples at the tackle position. Then you got Jay Ajayi and Tevin Coleman there at running back. And then we have the Jets, Leonard Williams, Muhammad Wilkerson, and Ian Williams, as good old Sheldon Richardson was moved to right outside linebacker. We still got Demario Davis and the rookie Nick from I don't know how to say his name, man. Darrell Revis, as well as Jamal Adams, Marcus May, and Claiborne there in the secondary. Got 2 deadly rookies there in Adams and May. First play is going to be a run to Jay Ajayi, and the tackle is by Jamal Adams, so that'll make it a 2nd and 5, 31-yard line. Tannehill will hand off to Jay Ajayi again. Got some more run. And stopped by Adams again, but not after a hefty gain to give the Dolphins a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Time winding down the clock. Tannehill going to hike the ball, give it off to Ajayi again. Makes a man miss. Then gets met by Leonard Williams. And it's a 2nd and 7. Now Tevin Coleman making his first appearance of the day in the backfield for the Dolphins. And Tannehill stepping up to pass, gives this one off to Kenny Stills. And Stills will get that to the 46-yard line, a gain of 6, and now a 3rd and 1. Jay Ajayi, the back in the backfield for the Miami Dolphins. And Tannehill gives it off to Ajayi, who looks to get the first down, and he will get it. They give the first down to Jay Ajayi. Jarvis Landry in the slot there. Julius Thomas, the tight end. And Tannehill driving back to pass. Blitz coming. Tannehill's got all day. Throws this one off to Julius Thomas. And it looked as if Thomas caught that one and then just let it go. The notable inactives today, Charles Harris, the rookie. He's been having a great year, but he'll be out for 3 weeks with a chest injury. So William Hayes will start in his place. Tannehill getting blitzed from the left side, and that one will fall incomplete. And Tannehill now 1 for 3 for 6 yards. It's a 3rd and 10. Landry, slot receiver. Kenny Stills and Devontae Parker out wide. You got Julius Thomas and Jay Ajayi. They'll play action to Jay Ajayi. Tannehill got all the time in the world. Steps up, throw this one deep to Devontae Parker, who dives for the catch. Devontae Parker dives for a Miami Dolphins touchdown. And what a play by Devontae Parker. A 45-yard bomb. Tannehill had all the time in the world and throws a beautiful pass to Devontae Parker, who dives for it. Probably could have caught it out of the way, but he did have Adams and Jarius Byrd there, who were probably going to knock that one away. But Andrew Franks on to kick. Dowdy with the hold. And the kick is up and good. A 8-play, 74-yard drive. And out comes Josh McCown. He's got 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions to his name in these 2 losses, but he's thrown for 425 yards, 52.9 completion percentage. So definitely not what you want to see out of him. But he's got an okay offensive line with Brian Winters, the man that stands out there. Matt Forte and Bilal Powell, 2 deadly running backs in a backfield. And then for the Dolphins defense, you got Cameron Wake, Devon Godchow, and Dominican Sue, and Charles Harris. Then you have Kiko Alonso, Lawrence Simmons, and Raekwon McMillan. And then you have Jabril Peppers, Tony Lippett, Xavier Howard, and good old Michael Thomas starting there in the safety and DP places on their own. As you guys know, Byron Maxwell traded away from the team, and handoff goes to Forte, who gets stopped quickly. That time by Michael Thomas. There's an injury on the field already on the first play. Now a 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line for the New York Jets. Already down 7 in this game, and McCown going to drop back to pass once again. He's looking, has all the time in the world. No one even getting towards him, and throws a bad pass. He had all the time in the world there. It's a 3rd and 12 at the 23-yard line. McCown going to drop back to pass once again. Once again, doesn't have pressure until Caleb Brantley comes in for the sack, making his first career start, as him and Devon Godchow starting at the really different times. But Caleb Brantley started the game, and Devon Godchow did not. And Jay Ajayi gets a nice run there, gets to the 50-yard line, 5 rushes for 34 yards for Ajayi, a 6.8-yard average. And he's been having a good year so far. Want to see him keep that up. 2nd and 8. Tannehill dropping back to pass. Looking, and had an open Devontae Parker, but that one will be incomplete, which will make it a 3rd and 8 at the 48-yard line. Ajayi in the backfield. Tannehill dropping back to pass. Blitz is coming. Fires the runner Jarvis Landry in the slot, who breaks 1 tackle. Jarvis Landry makes another man miss, but runs into Devontae Parker. Probably would have gone for 6. But instead, it's a 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line for Miami Dolphins. Tannehill play action to Jay Ajayi. Drop match pass. Looking. Fires this one deep for Julius Thomas, who almost comes down with the catch but hit under the legs. As always, guys, make sure you subscribe to Samurai Radio Sports Network. Bring you Dolphin games every week. And this one unloaded to Devontae Parker, but that one overthrown, as Tannehill did have Julius Thomas open. Then decided to go for the deep bomb. Now Andrew Franks on for the field goal. Dowdy with the hold, Franks with the kick, and it splits the uprights, no doubt about that one. Andrew Franks, Mr. Automatic. As we jump to a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line for the New York Jets. Josh McCown has been driving down the field, and he'll hand this one off to Matt Forte. Matt Forte makes a man miss. He's got nothing but room ahead of him, and then Matt Forte gets stopped by Xavier Howard. Pushed out of bounds at the 7-yard line. It's a 1st and goal at the 7. Forte on motion. McCown now with the empty backfield. 2 tight ends set. The pressure is coming. Lawrence Timmons is there, but unable to get the sack with a tackle there by Tony Lippett. That'll make it a 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line. McCown dropping back to pass. Pressure coming from Kiko Alonso, and McCown will go down. Josh McCown gets sacked. Now a 3rd and goal at the 10-yard line. Forte in the backfield, 3 wide out set. McCown dropping back to pass. He's looking, he's got some time, throws this one, and it is out of bounds. And they will have to go for a field goal. Chandler Catanzaro, who was cut by the Cardinals with Kaepernick to hold, is able to make the field goal. So it's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line for the Miami Dolphins after a nice little gain there on the kickoff. And Jay Ajayi's got some room in front of him. Jay Ajayi, 1 man to beat, and trucks through Jarius Byrd. Jay Ajayi to the 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Dolphins. Jay Ajayi making Jarius Byrd pay on a 70-yard run. First play of the drive. What a run by Jay Ajayi. Great blocking up front as Andrew Franks comes on for the extra point. Hold, kick, good. And 1 play, 70 yards. Took 11 seconds for Ajayi to go 7 yards. But that is the end of the first quarter here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Miami Dolphins 17, Jets 3. So after 1 quarter, it seems like the Miami Dolphins have been dominating this football game. But I'd like to take a second here to remind you guys that every broadcast of Samurai Radio Sports Network is brought to you by Trigger 305, Miami's finest podcast, bringing you the realest opinions in all of South Florida. It's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line for the New York Jets. And Josh McCown will fake the handoff, and he'll be hit quickly by Kiko Alonso, and that is Kiko's 2nd sack of the game. And 2nd and 19, handoff to Forte, who gets stopped by William Hayes. Hayes having contract disputes with the Dolphins. We'll see if they can sign him quickly. And pocket collapsing, but McCown somehow survives. It's a 3rd and 20. And Bilal Powell seems to have gotten the first down. And he did. It's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line for the New York Jets. A total collapse there by the defense. They had McCown sacked in the backfield. But once again, a blitz coming, and that's Raekwon McMillan getting that yardage back as he sacks good old Josh McCown. McMillan's been having a great rookie year so far. Had a great preseason and has been playing very well these past 3 games. It's a 3rd and 5 at the 18-yard line. And McCown drawing back to pass, looking to find Bilal Powell. And he'll be stopped by Raekwon McMillan. Josh McCown now 9 for 11 for 70 yards. It's a 4th and 7 for Chandler Catanzaro. He's got Kaepernick to hold. And Kaepernick holds that one, almost blocked by Ahkello Witherspoon, but that one will remain a good kick. After a 6-yard reception by Ajayi, Tannehill's going to drop back to pass. He's looking, has time. Lost this one deep for Devontae Parker, who doesn't come down with it. And Claiborne gets the interception. And that is Tannehill's 2nd interception of the year. It's a 1st and 10 to 29 now for the Jets as they get the ball back. McCown drawing back to pass. He's got all the time in the world. Pressure coming. Fires this one to Austin Seferian-Jenkins for a 1st down. And once again, a situation where the Miami Dolphins could not get McCown, giving him all the pressure in the world as they're going to blitz once again here. McCown gets this one off to the tight end, Craig. And Craig has some room to run. Makes a man miss. Craig running down the sidelines and scores. And just like that, 10 unanswered points for the New York Jets. That one, a 59-yard touchdown pass from McCown to the tight end, Craig. And Catanzaro will make it a 13 to 17 game. So just like that, the Dolphins lead slowly diminishing as the Jets are now only down 4 points. But it's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line as we near the end of the first half. Jay Ajayi's got some room to run. Trucks through a man. That's Jarius Byrd again. Jay Ajayi has some room. Can he beat out Jamal Adams? Adams trying to catch up to him. The 10-yard line. 5. Adams trying to get Ajayi, but they'll give him the touchdown. That is Ajayi's 2nd 70-yard plus touchdown of the game, and this one's for 74 yards. Jay Ajayi making his time on the field worth it. He's got a 70-yard touchdown and a 74-yard touchdown on the day. And that time he went 74 yards in 12 seconds. Crazy stuff there by Jay Ajayi. After a couple changed possessions, it's a 1st and 10 at the 1. Pisano and Ajayi is not going to make it out of the end zone. That will be a safety, and he's a little shaken up on the play. But we'll get that back to you after the half as the Miami Dolphins are leading against the New York Jets. This one by a score of 24 to 15. Dolphins have done it on the ground. Ajayi, 178 yards and no takeaways so far for the Dolphins. So we will catch you guys after the halftime break. This has been Samurai Radio. Hello and welcome back to Miami Dolphins football here on the Samurai Radio Sports Network. It's a 24 to 15 game here in East Rutherford, New Jersey, as this kick is a booming one by Matt Darr. That will go to the back of the end zone. So the Jets will take it out of their own 25-yard line as Josh McCown coming onto the field wants to make a difference for the Jets and get them their first win of the season. He's got it back in Matt Forte. And guys, make sure you follow us on Twitter at Samurai Radio, SAMURAII Radio, as that one is a completion to Matt Forte. He'll be stopped quickly that time by Ahkello Witherspoon. And a nice job by Ahkello Witherspoon. As you guys know, Ahkello Witherspoon drafted in the 3rd round by the 49ers, and the Dolphins made a play to trade for him after trading away Byron Maxwell, went another tall, lengthy corner. Fake handoff. Kiko Alonso trying to get his third sack. Instead, it'll be Cameron Wake getting the sack against Josh McCown. And we haven't seen much out of Cameron Wake with the rookie Charles Harris shining so far this year. But with the blitz pickup by Bilal Powell on Kiko Alonso, Cam Wake was able to get free. And 10 times out of 10, Josh McCown's not going to win that fight. It's a 3rd and 16 now at the 32-yard line. That was Cam Wake's second sack of the year. Devon Godchow is in and looking for some body. And this one's up and deflected by Jabril Peppers. Could have been the first interception of his career. Instead, this ball will go for a touchback after the punt. It's a 1st and 10. Tannehill has a man in his backfield. It's Tevin Coleman, as Jay Ajayi currently out of the game with an injury. And Tannehill fires and throws an interception to Claiborne again. Claiborne, the only man to beat is Tannehill. He makes a miss and almost gets in for a pick 6. That is the 2nd interception for Claiborne. And it looked like Tannehill had Julius Thomas, just had to put a little more under that pass. Now a 1st and goal at the Forte. Gonna get rocked hard by Lawrence Timmons. That'll make it a 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line. And time winding down the clock. They need to hike the ball, and it's gonna go to Forte again. And this time, tackle will be made by Cam Wake, but not before Forte gets the touchdown, making it a 3-point game. And Witherspoon not gonna be able to get there this time, as Chandler Catanzaro gets the extra point down. Only a 2-point game, as this one looking competitive. The Jets haven't really been known to have a quarterback. They were able to pick up Colin Kaepernick in free agency. A lot of Jets fans scream for him to start, as Tannehill throws this one into double coverage, and Julius Thomas catches this one. But back to what I was saying, really no Jets fans having any confidence in Josh McCown even after 2 games. So I'm sure they'd love to see how he's doing today. Tannehill, John Metz pass, looking, fires this one deep. This is for Kenny Stills, who comes up with it over the old man, Darrelle Revis. Revis signing back with the Jets in free agency. And now Tannehill will draw back to pass again. He's looking, going to take this one on his own. He's going to run, fumbles the ball, and this one is picked up, I believe, by Jamal Adams. Tannehill fumbles at the 3-yard line, and the Jets recover. And not looking good, but with nothing else really happening in the 3rd quarter, that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Dolphins 24, Jets 22. We bring you back to Miami Dolphins football here on the Samurai Radio Sports Network. We are live in East Rutherford, New Jersey, as Miami Dolphins are winning 24-22. And they have the ball back here at the beginning of the 4th quarter. Tannehill looking, going to scramble, tries to throw, gets this one off, but deflected. And Tannehill hasn't been having a great day really so far. 3 interceptions thrown today, as Tannehill's going to roll back. He's going to be looking. He had an open man, and he fumbles the ball again. This time, Muhammad Wilkerson picks it up. Tannehill had a man open. Definitely not one of his finest games today. Hasn't been able to take care of the football and gives the Jets another chance. McCown, draw match pass, finds Darius Green, and Green gets stopped at the 12-yard line, making the 2nd and 5 for the Miami Dolphins. Or excuse me, for the New York Jets. Now McCown, draw match pass, pressure coming, and gets sacked. And this one was Raekwon McMillan, the 2nd sack of the day, but Jets fans, Josh McCown is out, and in comes Colin Kaepernick. Last time Colin Kaepernick was on the field, it was against the Dolphins. Comes back onto the field again now, and his first pass is completion for 3 yards. But it will be another field goal attempt by Chandler Catanzaro. Up, hold, good. For Chandler Catanzaro, has been put to work a lot today. And we're going to jump to a 4th and 9, and Andrew Frank's field goal, hold by Dowdy, is up and good. The Miami Dolphins will take the lead once again. So we find out it's a bruised sternum for Jay Ajayi, so he will not return for the rest of the game. Hopefully we'll have him back next week, as we don't want the injury bug to catch him. As this one, completion down the middle for Dea Tinkersley there in for the catch, or excuse me, for the tackle, and Josh McCown gets the stop. That's Vincent Jackson. That was in on the catch there at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 2. Josh McCown, drop match pass, finds Matt Forte. And Forte gets stopped by Lawrence Timmons, who has so far been a solid pickup for the Miami Dolphins there at that right outside linebacker position. Now a 1st and 10 at the 25. 2 minutes, 18 seconds remaining for the Jets. McCown dropping Matt's pass. He's looking. Not really a lot of pressure. That one being deflected by Xavier Howard. A nice job there. McCown dropping Matt's pass once again. A lot of guys covered, but finds a man. That's Vincent Jackson. And once again, Xavier Howard making a play on the ball. So Xavier Howard, nice to see that out of him. Makes that a 3rd and 10 at the 25-yard line. And McCown going to draw back to pass again. People covered. Shreds off a sack. That one was William Hayes. Unloads to Matt Forte, who gets to the 16-yard line, but not a 1st down. It'll be a 4th and 2. And this will be the 2-minute warning, as we will catch you guys after this quick commercial break. 27-25, Dolphins in the lead. We bring you back to East Rutherford, New Jersey, here on the Samurai Radio Sports Network. Always live for every Dolphins game, no matter what time of day. It's a 4th and 2 at the 16. Chandler Catanzaro called on once again and kicks up. Hold is good. And that one will make it a 1-point lead for the New York Jets. And Ryan Tannehill is going to have to run some 2-minute offense and get a game winner. And his first play, he's going to hand it off to Tevin Coleman. Coleman going to get to the 42, but I don't know if that's a 1st down. 2nd and inches. Coleman once again getting the handoff, and ooh. This time middle linebacker gets the tackle, and some more no huddle from Tannehill. He's going to have to drop back to pass here. 1:24 remaining. And Tannehill's going to unload. Finds this one to Devontae Parker. Parker's got some space ahead of him and gets into field goal territory for Andrew Franks. It's a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line after this timeout. And we come back. Todd Bowles takes a timeout. Devontae Parker, 3 receptions for 81 yards. 1st and 10. Tannehill going to hand this one off to Coleman. Coleman trying to go for a 1st down. Not going to be able to, as Todd Bowles calls another timeout here. Trying to preserve the clock and hope that his defense can get another stop here. But I don't think it's going to be able to maneuver one. It's a 2nd and 3 at the 24. Handoff once again to Coleman. Gets a 1st down. Makes a man miss. And the Jets use their last time out. As you see, the Patriots 39-14 against the Houston Texans. Texans just getting absolutely pummeled by the Patriots. But it's a 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line for the Dolphins. Tannehill going to try to run this clock down to the very last second. And he hands it off to Tevin Coleman. And Coleman gets stopped by his own man. 11 rushes, 41 yards. Definitely isn't Jay Ajayi, but's been able to run the ball well today. 2nd and 12. 50 seconds remaining. Tannehill, draw match pass, finds a man. That's Coleman. Coleman's got to stay in bounds, but he'll get tackled out of bounds. As Tannehill now 15 for 31, 225, a touchdown and 3 interceptions on the day. As Revis was there for the tackle along with rookie Jamal Adams. It's now a 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. 45 seconds remaining. Tannehill going to run the counter. Give this one to Coleman, and he'll be stopped. And Tannehill's going to run a no huddle here. 35 seconds remaining. It looks like they want the touchdown. They want some security here. Coleman going to get the handoff. Going to try to make a man miss, but won't be able to. And from here, it looks like the Dolphins are going to take a timeout with 1 second remaining and let this clock run down. Todd Bowles has got to be holding his breath. He doesn't have any timeouts to try to ice the kicker. With 1 second remaining at the 11-yard line, Andrew Franks is going to come on for a 28-yard field goal. The hold is going to be by Dowdy. The hold is good. The kick is up and is good. Splits the uprights on the Miami Dolphins. After losing last week in Los Angeles, win this week in East Rutherford, New Jersey, 30-28 against rival New York Jets. As you see Tannehill talking a bunch of smack to the cameras there, as he knows he led the game-winning drive at the end. Despite all the interceptions, Tannehill was able to bring his team back and win the game there in that 2-minute warning. with a minute 50 left on the clock. As you see in the first half, basically even the first quarter, it was all Dolphins. And then the game kind of stalemated. A high-scoring one, though, 30-28. As if the Dolphins still had J.J., probably wouldn't have been able to get really a lot more than what they did. But the Dolphins, nevertheless, able to make the opportunities work when they were there. Definitely gave up some things on defense that they'll have to work on. Of course, adjusting to life without Rashad Jones and Byron Maxwell is going to be hard. But hopefully Tony Lippett, Xavier Howard, and Jabril Peppers can do their jobs. 30-28 is the final score. Dolphins 233 rushing yards on the day, 7.6 average per play. And as we said, William Hayes having some contract struggles with the Dolphins. He wants a lot of money. The Dolphins don't want to commit a lot to a 32-year-old man, despite the talent. So the Dolphins trying to lowball him. They offered him a $24 million contract, and William Hayes did decline. And then the same thing for Anthony Fasano, 33 years old. Dolphins want to give him a fair deal, as he is one of the best blocking tight ends in the game. But I don't think the Dolphins really want to commit 100% to Fasano. And Fasano also saying no to the first offered contract here. But taking a look at the stats on the year so far, Dolphins offense has been electric, but the defense needs some work. Hopefully the defense can make some plays and bring us back. But we will see you next week across the pond in England when the Miami Dolphins go against the New Orleans Saints. It's a 9:30 kickoff. Make sure you guys wake up for that one. But once again, the Miami Dolphins beat the New York Jets, improved to 2-1 on the year. Final score 30-28. As always, this has been Samurai Radio Sports Network. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to make sure you get every Dolphins game here live and on time. And as always, have a good day or have a great night. Peace.